So what is fear? Fear is a perfectly normal emotional response. Let's start with that. Without fear, we would be continually putting ourselves into danger, so it's a good thing, as well as bad. At the most basic human level, when we come across something that may threaten our physical or emotional state, it triggers a fight or flight response designed for survival. It is fear that protects us. In today's context, we may not fear being eaten by a predator, but threats to our well-being are still there. They may not be so imminently fatal, but people's fears now stem from emotional sources. The fear of ridicule, the fear of failing, the fear of losing money, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being loved, the fear of being alone or hurting someone else's feelings. The universal trigger for fear is the threat of harm, be it real or imagined. This threat can be for our physical, emotional, or psychological well-being. While there are certain things that trigger fear in most of us, we can learn to become afraid of nearly anything. Whether or not the threat is real or imagined, the emotion of fear is real, and acknowledging this is the first step in learning to deal with it. It's not having fear that is the problem, it's how you handle your fear. No one likes losing or getting hurt, but often the dividing line between champions and perennial losers is how they handle failure when it does happen. As Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, says, "In all my years, I've never met a rich person that has never lost money. But I've met a lot of poor people who have never lost a dime. Investing, that is." In order to have success, one must also have failure, and having the mindset to learn from those mistakes. In horse riding terms, they say it takes 7 falls to make a rider. Similarly, in learning to ride a bike, how many times do you topple or fall before you get it? Have you ever met a champion that has never lost? In business, most of the successful leaders also have bankruptcies and failures in their past. But it is their attitude to these losses that make them better and eventually succeed. They don't fear failure. They welcome it, because it helps them move forward. Next time, we start to ask about your own fears and how they may be overcome. So see you next time.